Hello, everyone. You ever wonder why some people win over and over again, no matter where they start, what obstacles they face, or how many times life knocks them down, while others, equally talented, equally smart, spend years stuck in the same cycle of almost made it? It's not luck. It's not magic. And it's definitely not fate. It's habit. Cold, quiet, boring, relentless habit. See, we're sold this illusion that success comes from one big moment, one viral post, one lucky meeting, one overnight breakthrough. We love the highlight reels, we obsess over the finish line, but what we never see are the years of repetition. The early mornings when no one clapped, the nights when it would have been easier to quit. We miss the truth. And the truth is this: success is not something that shows up, it's something that is summoned. It's not a miracle, it's a pattern. Most people don't fail because they lack talent, they fail because they rely on moments instead of systems. They think they need inspiration, motivation, the right time. But success doesn't care how you feel. It doesn't ask if you're ready. It only responds to what you do consistently. That's the difference between winners and wishers. One wakes up and builds, the other wakes up and hopes. Imagine two people. One waits for the perfect day to start, the other makes progress on the worst days. One keeps setting goals, the other builds habits. One chases motivation, the other builds momentum. Who wins? Every time. The one who chooses the process over the promise, the one who chooses discipline over dopamine, the one who repeats the right things until they become who they need to be. This isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter, more reliably. Success doesn't come to those who sprint once, it comes to those who walk forward, without fail every single day. It's not about how high you jump, it's about how long you can keep walking when it's dark, when it's lonely, when no one believes in you yet. That's when habits either break you or make you. And the good news, you don't need to be special. You don't need to be gifted. You just need to be structured. You need to understand that your future doesn't respond to your feelings. It responds to your patterns. You don't need a new dream. You need a new routine. So if you're tired of waiting, tired of hoping, tired of feeling like it's always almost your time, then here's the wake-up call. Success is not out there waiting for you. It's inside your daily choices right now. It's not a lucky break. It's a conscious build. And every time you take action, you're laying another brick, another layer, another foundation stone. Keep building. Everyone wants a better life. Everyone wants more. More success, more peace, more purpose. But very few are willing to face the truth that your life tomorrow doesn't respond to your wishes. It responds to your habits. You don't become successful by dreaming about it. You don't rise by hoping something changes. You rise when you change what you do, every single day. See, dreams are exciting. They give you a glimpse of what could be, but they don't pay the price. Habits do. Habits are the daily grind, the unseen work, the boring routines that feel invisible until they're unavoidable. Your habits are building your future, brick by brick, whether you realize it or not. The question is, are they building the life you want or the one you'll regret? Most people live in this loop. They see someone successful and think, they got lucky, they had better resources, they had something I don't. But that's not the truth. The truth is they had habits, relentless, repetitive, non-negotiable habits, the kind that don't rely on motivation, the kind that happen whether they feel like it or not. You don't become elite by doing something once. You become elite by doing the right thing again and again, until the results are impossible to ignore. And that's where most people fall. They wait to feel ready. They wait for inspiration. But the winners, they don't wait for permission. They just show up. Your destiny doesn't respond to your emotions. It responds to your repetitions. What you do over and over again, that's who you become. Think about it. You say you want to be focused, but you check your phone 50 times a day. You say you want to be healthy, but your habits point in the opposite direction. You say you want discipline, but your daily choices say comfort. Your life is not lying to you. It's showing you the truth. In what you do, not what you say. You become what you practice. You don't have to be perfect, but you do have to be consistent. If you're stuck right now, don't ask yourself what you want. Ask yourself what you're repeating. Because repetition is identity, and identity drives action. Don't blame your lack of results on lack of talent. Don't blame time or opportunity or other people. Blame the pattern.
Begin to make, replace it, rebuild it.
Small habits might look insignificant today, but they become massive over time. They become who you are. The late nights, the early mornings, the reps, the reading, the silence, the structure. That's where success is hiding. Because here's the truth. Your dream life isn't waiting for you. It's being built by the version of you that refuses to quit, the version that doesn't need motivation to move, the one that shows up whether it's exciting or not. So stop chasing the spark. Start respecting the system, the routines, the standards, the repetition. That's what rewires your mind. That's what reshapes your world. You don't need a louder dream. You need a tighter routine. You don't need more time. You need more focus. Your dream is real, but it needs your habits to bring it to life, or it stays locked in your imagination forever. This isn't about potential, it's about practice. And if you want to win this game, you don't need a miracle, you need a habit. Everybody wants to change their life overnight. They want transformation in one big moment. They want to go all in once. But the truth, it's not about going hard once, it's about showing up again and again and again. It's not intensity that separates the great from the average. It's consistency. Anyone can have a good day. Anyone can push hard when they're fired up. But what do you do when the excitement dies? What do you do when no one's watching? When no one's clapping? When it's just you in the mirror? That's where most people vanish. They sprint for a week and burn out. They start strong and finish nowhere. They confuse big effort with lasting progress. But success is a slow burn. It's not firework moments. It's steady sparks, done daily, until the whole thing catches. Consistency doesn't look exciting. It's quiet. It's boring. It's routine. But it's unmatched in power. Because consistency builds habits, and habits build identity. And once your identity shifts, your outcomes follow. You don't need to give 100% every day. You just need to keep giving. Even if it's 40% on a hard day, 30% on a rough one, as long as you don't stop. Because the people who win long term are not the ones who go the hardest. They're the ones who don't disappear. Ask yourself, are you consistent with your goals, or just emotional with them? Are you committed, or just excited when it's easy? Anyone can grind for a few days, but the ones who rise, they build patterns that outlast their feelings. You see it everywhere. The athlete who trains in the off season when the cameras are off. The artist who creates every single day, even when they're uninspired. The entrepreneur who wakes up early not because it's fun, but because it's necessary. Consistency doesn't ask how you feel. It asks what you're willing to repeat, because what you repeat becomes who you are. You don't have to be extreme. You just have to be stable. You don't have to have all the answers. You just have to keep showing up with the same question. How can I be just a little better today? Improvement isn't built in massive leaps. It's built in small, repeatable steps that compound. You can't fake consistency. You either show up or you don't. You either make excuses or you make moves. And that's the separator. The people who keep doing the right thing long enough, they always rise. Not because they were louder, not because they were luckier, but because they outlasted everyone who quit. The world is full of people who had potential, but potential without consistency is nothing. It dies quietly, buried under maybe tomorrow. You want to level up your life. Stop chasing the highs. Start mastering the lows. Because consistency is what carries you through when motivation packs up and walks out. It's the routine that protects the goal. It's the repetition that builds the result. It's the commitment that creates the reality. So if you're tired of starting over, stop quitting. If you're tired of short bursts, start locking in. You don't need intensity. You need discipline on repeat. If you just stay consistent, when others get bored, when others get distracted, when others stop, you will win. Because consistency beats intensity every single time. People talk about finding success like it's buried treasure. Like one day you'll stumble across it in the right book, or the right room, or the right connection. Like success is something that just happens if you keep believing long enough. But it doesn't work like that. Success isn't found. It's built, one brick at a time, one decision, one sacrifice, one silent, ordinary action stacked on top of another, until the foundation is unshakable. There's no elevator. There's no shortcut. There's just the staircase, and the willingness to climb it daily. Every step matters, even the small ones, especially the small ones, because it's the small steps that nobody claps for, that separate those who want it from those who build it. Most people want the top floor. They want the views, the success, the recognition, but they ignore the process, the blueprint, the bricks, the work. You want to win? You better be willing to lay bricks while it's dark, while you're tired, while nobody's watching, while the doubts are loud. That's where the real work begins, when no one believes yet. Not even you. See, most people look for signs. They wait for a feeling. They look for confirmation before they start. But winners, they start without applause. They build without guarantees. They move without clarity. Because they understand something deep. Progress is built, not born. Results don't show up before the work. They show up because of the work. And it's not just about effort. It's about repetition. Anyone can lay one brick. Anyone can have a good day. a good week. But how many can keep stacking, keep showing up when it's boring, when it's invisible, when it feels like nothing's working? That's the difference. That's the separator. Success isn't some massive moment. It's thousands of invisible ones, thousands of quiet victories that nobody sees, until one day they can't ignore it anymore. But that day won't come if you stop halfway, if you let discouragement distract you, if you let slow progress become no progress. So stop looking for success out there and start laying your next brick in your discipline, in your time, in your focus, in your habits. Every day you build, every day you either rise or remain. And here's the truth. Nobody is going to build it for you. Nobody is coming to push you forever. It's your hands, your bricks, your blueprint. You're either building a future or you're building a wall of excuses. The grind isn't glamorous. The repetition isn't sexy. The progress is slow. But brick by brick, it happens. It compounds. And one day that foundation you almost gave up on becomes unshakable. That's when the world sees what you built. But they'll never understand how many days it took, how many setbacks, how many lonely mornings, how many silent sacrifices it cost you. But you'll know, because you didn't find success, you built it, and no one can take that from you. So today, no matter how tired you are, how slow it feels, how far the finish line looks, just lay one more brick. That's how it's done. That's how it's always been done. One solid brick at a time. You don't have a motivation problem. You have a structure problem. You keep thinking you're lazy. You're not. You're just relying on willpower, when what you need is a system. Motivation is a spark, but it burns out fast. It's loud in the beginning, but it never sticks around for the real fight. You start a new goal, and for a few days you're unstoppable, waking up early, eating clean, putting in the work. But then life hits, a bad day, a missed alarm, a wave of stress, and suddenly you're back where you started, frustrated, disappointed, telling yourself the same old lie. I just need to get motivated again. No, you don't. You need a plan that doesn't fall apart when you're tired. You need a system that doesn't collapse when your emotions dip. Because if your success depends on you feeling good, you've already lost. Winners don't rise because they feel great every day. They rise because they've engineered discipline into their life. They don't wait to feel ready. They design systems that make action automatic. They don't hope for focus. They create environments where focus becomes the default. The difference between most people and the elite, it's not passion, it's not talent, it's structure. You want to write every day. Don't wait for inspiration. Set a daily block and make it sacred. You want to work out consistently. Don't rely on energy. Build it into your morning, like brushing your teeth. You want more clarity. Don't sit around overthinking. Design a system that forces you to decide, to move, to act, because systems don't care about your feelings. They run with or without your mood. They protect you from chaos. They carry you through the hard days. They don't ask for motivation. They just demand execution. And that's what changes lives. You don't rise by doing something big once. You rise by doing the right thing repeatedly, even when it's small. Especially when it's small. That's the power of systems. They take pressure off your brain, so you can stop thinking and start doing. They turn effort into autopilot. They turn dreams into routines, and routines, then routines. They compound. You're not behind because you're not motivated. You're behind because you don't have a plan that survives reality. So stop chasing feelings. Start building systems. Make the hard things easier to start. Make the good habits easier to keep. Make discipline automatic. Don't trust your emotions. Design around them. Don't hope to feel ready. Trap yourself in commitment. Surround yourself with accountability. Schedule what matters. Make failure harder than success. Because when the system is strong, you don't need perfect days. You just need to follow the map. And yes, it will still be hard, but it'll be doable. And doable beats inspired every single time. So stop thinking you're broken. You're not broken. You're just undisciplined in your structure. You keep trying to power through walls when you should be building paths. You want to change your life. Then don't look for more hype. Look for better habits. Don't wait to feel inspired. Build systems that don't give you a choice, because you don't need more motivation. You need a system that works when you don't. So here we are. 4 truths you can't afford to ignore. Your habits shape your destiny, not your dreams. Consistency beats intensity every single time. Success isn't found. It's built, brick by brick. And motivation won't save you, but better systems will. Now it's your turn, because the future isn't some distant place. It's the sum of what you do today, right now. The small decisions you make when no one's watching. The routines you keep when motivation fades. The bricks you lay when the path feels endless. The systems you build that carry you through the storms. No one's coming to give you a lucky break. No one's handing out success on a silver platter. This is your life.
life, your fight, your moment. You can keep dreaming, waiting, hoping for a sign, or you can start building right here, right now, because success is not a destination. It's a habit. It's a process. It's a choice you make every single day. So what's it going to be? Will you settle for a life shaped by chance, or will you become the architect of your own destiny? The tools are in your hands. The time is now. Build your future, brick by brick, habit by habit, system by system. And one day when they ask how you got here, you'll smile and say, I didn't wait for luck. I built my success.